Welcome on back, guys, to our Hip Pocket series, where in this one we are going to be covering the Demon Hunter. Now, there are only two specializations. There is Havoc, which is the DPS spec, and Vengeance, the tank spec. Now, because this is not a Demon Hunter class, this is just how to follow along the Demon Hunter in the AWC or the Arena World Championship. We're not going to cover Vengeance, we'll just be covering Havoc in this one. To keep things structured, we're going to follow the same format, starting off with the crowd control, then the defensive and offensive cooldowns to finish. First up on the CC list is going to be the Interrupt, which is Disrupt. That interrupts the enemy spellcasting and locks them from that school of magic for 3 seconds. Up next is Imprison, which allows the Demon Hunter to incapacitate their target. This effect will be broken if damage is dealt to the target, unless the Demon Hunter is running the PvP talent Detainment, which will then cause that target to be immune to both damage and healing while imprisoned and increase the duration by 2 seconds. Lastly, for the hard CC is Chaos Nova, which causes the Demon Hunter to unleash an eruption of fell energy that deals damage and stuns all nearby enemies for 2 seconds. Now that the crowd control is out of the way, we can jump into the defensive cooldowns. When the Demon Hunter is looking to get out of dodge, they can do so with an ability called Blur. Blur increases the dodge chance by 50%, as well as reducing any damage taken during this by 20%, and it lasts for 10 seconds. Now, when the Demon Hunter and friends are trying to get out of dodge, the Demon Hunter can use an ability called Darkness. This ability summons a shadowy pool at the feet of the Demon Hunter, and any friendly targets inside this pool are granted a 20% chance to avoid all damage from attacks, and this effect lasts for 8 seconds. And lastly, for the defensive cooldowns is Reverse Magic. When this ability is used, it removes all harmful magic effects from yourself and nearby allies within 10 yards and sends them back to their original caster. Now, that basically wraps things up for the defensive cooldowns as a whole, or the more important ones. Now we get to jump into the offensive cooldowns, or the offensive cooldown. And that offensive cooldown is none other than Metamorphosis. Once the team is ready to go and it is Mighty Morphin time, the Demon Hunter will leap to a targeted location, dazing players for 3 seconds. Now, if you haven't seen that first video, a daze is just going to be a 3-second slow. Some of the Demon Hunter's damaging abilities will be empowered and their cooldowns will be immediately refreshed. And if that wasn't enough, the Demon Hunter also gains 25% haste and 25% leech. And because I haven't covered it before, haste is going to increase the attack speed for the Demon Hunter, and leech will return a portion of the damage dealt. Now, we're not done just yet, because just as we saw in the Death Knight video, and the addition to Shadowlands brings the Covenant. So we're going to cover those before we close out this Hip Pocket class. First up, delivered from Kyrian, is Elysian Decree. This ability places a Kyrian sigil at the target location that detonates and deals damage after 2 seconds. Venthyr grants the Demon Hunter Sinful Brand. This ability brands the enemy with the mark of Venthyr, which reduces their casting and melee attack speed by 30%, and it inflicts shadow damage over 8 seconds. Should the Demon Hunter use Metamorphosis during this ability, it applies Sinful Brand to all nearby enemies. The Necrolord class ability, Fodder to the Flame, seems a bit laughable in PvP situations, but this calls forth a demon from the Theater of Pain, and if you slay the Demon Hunter is then buffed up, damage done by 30%, and reduces all damage taken by 15% for 20 seconds. And to close things out, we've got the Night Fae class ability, The Hunt. The Hunt is more likely to be seen inside of the AWC, as it causes the Demon Hunter to charge to the target, striking them for a handsome amount of nature damage right off the rip, roots them in place, and then anybody in the path takes nature damage over time. This also heals you for 25% of the damage that you dealt over 30 seconds. It's been real, it's been fun, but I can't say it's been real fun. This has been the short and sweet Hip Pocket class of the Demon Hunter, only covering Havoc for arenas and the AWC. If I left anything out that you guys find important to the Demon Hunter, or something that we might see on broadcast, please comment down below. Let me know what you think and provide a link so again we can take a look at what you are seeing and know exactly what we are going to see on screen. I want to thank you guys again for watching our Hip Pocket series. This has been the Hip Pocket class on the Havoc Demon Hunter, and up next we've got a few classes for the Druid.